Well, today's the 60th day. I haven't saw my wife. I guess reason why I'm doing this is because it hurts and how she deceived me and lied to me for so many years just to get out of a marriage to steal everything when there was never no abuse or nothing there. But I was talking to an associate of mine's mom, and she read the restraining order and stuff, and there was a lot of questions about it. But I'm not gonna say what she told me because she said you have a right to question people in divorce courts and everything else about their actions and stuff like that. You know, and there's gonna be a lot of questions asked that she can't even answer. And when she does lie, one thing I will ask the courts is to, because there's a law about that of perjury. If they could get the politicians, they could get a citizen for perjury. And that's the bottom line. But this reminds me of how she's setting me up. Is this movie that we used to watch, that we saw it before, called Shooter. How they set that military guy up for a fall. That's what this reminds me of. And this goes out there to the faribault police and punk ass sheriffs. Y'all got my phone number? Oh, I don't have my phone. I lost it. I lost my phone. But y'all can still call. I know how to retrieve my messages. And y'all can still call the 651-842-8338. That's been my number since 1989. It ain't going to change. No number's going to change. But it's weird how y'all trying to make me public enemy number one when I haven't done a damn thing. Y'all investigating me so much when I haven't done a damn thing to hurt no one, to bother no one. It's funny how they could just set an individual up, false charges, which, by the way, is called conspiracy, which it is called conspiracy, and that's what y'all doing. That's what y'all doing. Conspiracy against me. And that's what it's about. Who the fuck is she anyway? Who did I marry where she can get away with attempted murder, try to infect me intentionally with AIDS? Who the fuck is she really? Everybody's right. I should have looked into her background and stuff before I married her. Everybody was right. But I was blind with love. Love's overrated. Love's really overrated. Anytime a person listens to what someone else and let them put in their heads that that person's no good for them, they are an idiot. They're totally an idiot. So my friend's mom was telling me what she's going to say. She already know what she's going to say to courts because she's done it to her husband. But it got worse, like she told me, since the 2000s, when now they just put in there, been abused for so many years. Before they used to have proof. But they don't have proof no more. They don't need proof no more. All it takes is a woman's word, which is terrible. And she's a woman. She's a woman. She says this is bad because when a woman does that, this comes from another woman, an older woman at that. She's like 63 years old, maybe close to going on 70. When a woman does that, it's for one reason only. She's cheating. That's the only reason to get out of a marriage or a relationship is because she's cheating. And that person talked a good game to get your wife or girlfriend away from you. She is cheating. There's no ifs and no buts. She is cheating. And so she asked me, do you know she's pregnant? I said, no, if she is, I can't have no kids. So it ain't my damn kid. She is cheating. And if the courts have anything to say when you go to your divorce with this COVID-19 going on, it should be only y'all two in that courtroom. Because they'll probably say, well, she needs a supporter. She doesn't need no supporter. I did the same thing to my husband, Daryl. And then I had to go back to court to remove the restraining order and all of that because I was in the wrong. And I cheated on Daryl. That's what she was telling me. She cheated on her husband, you know. But she was listening to everybody, putting all of that in her head. And she decided to stand up and be a woman and admitted it, that the things that she put in there, he never done. But one thing she's, 100% right about, which I do believe her because she's an older woman, and she went through that stuff before. She goes, if your wife was a real woman and wasn't so selfish and evil, she would turn around and tell the truth. But I said, that's one thing she'll never do. She'll never tell the truth about nothing. She would never tell the truth about nothing. Even with the emails and text messages that we subpoenaed off of both of her phones, she will never tell the truth about nothing. All of this got to come out in court. All of it. And yes, we found out the date when I took her to the hospital, like I told her. We found that out because we had to subpoena the records from that hospital and stuff. And that's when she got sick. So it's like we was already married 15 years when she got sick. It was around June or July. I ain't gonna give the right date to blow my evidence off, but it was around June or July, and it was at Vern's Motel. And he kicked us out of there because she had to have oxygen in the room. Like a motel, you gotta pay for a room and stuff, And she was working for Babies R Us. That was the time when they were still talking about expanding or closing down stores. So it's going on 4 years since I've known that she had HIV, because she never told me, the doctor did. And like she says, and everybody else say, she didn't care about your life. All she cared about was her. And everything she asked me about my wife was right on the nose. Did she always want to have sex? I said, yep. Did she let you wear a condom? I said, nope. She refused to let me wear a condom. But when we got condoms, she punched holes in the condoms. Yeah, she intentionally wanted you to get AIDS. And her problem is, which I'm not even a doctor, but you can see it, is that she's taking all of the hate out on me for what her ex did to her and all of the other guys in her life did to her. That's what she's doing. She's taking all of the hate out on me. And even in all of my text messages, and when she was in Korea, when I wanted to divorce her and everything else, I always put in there the truth. I did not give you AIDS. Go after the ones that gave you AIDS and stop taking it out on me. I'm there for you. But she broke that cycle. She broke that cycle. She broke that cycle. And so I asked her, I said, well, this girl, this whatever you want to call her, used to be married to an associate of mine, and she put all of that in her head. That's because she needed money, because she divorced her husband and did the same thing to her husband that got my wife doing to me, But she's so much in debt. How's the best way to help pay your bills is get somebody's wife go through all of this, and oh, now I got money. I could pay my bills. I could now get drunk and everything else with her, like we used to do, you know. And that's what she did. She put all this shit in my wife's head. Wife set me up and everything. And it's so funny. It doesn't take a genius to see, or a person with that much intelligence to see how my wife set me up. From the deputy, from the first incident, all the way down. So from January 7th to May 7th, she set me up. Had it all planned, set me up. Set me up. It's a shame how in the history of man, a woman has always set a man up. Adam got set up by Eve. Every man in history got set up by a woman. And it's pitiful. That is really, really pitiful. See, I couldn't be on nobody's jury when it comes to a man. When that woman claims that she's been abused by her husband and all, I couldn't be on that jury member because I'll find that man not guilty. There's no ifs and no buts because it happened to me. I know how women lie, but society don't care about how women lie. Society care about one thing. How many males we could put in prison for crimes they did not commit, especially when it comes to African American and the Spanish race. How many we could put in prison and then let them go through the process to prove that they didn't do it. So let's let them spend in prison for 40 years, 30 years, and then prove that they never done it, set them free. No, states like that need to be sued. Needs to be sued. From the DA's office to the judges, they all need to be sued. They shouldn't have immunity. They should have no immunity. None. None. They should have no immunity whatsoever. Because if you take your time out to set someone up, you shouldn't have no job. You should have no job. No job whatsoever. No job. See, I remember when she goes by so many different names, it's not even funny, my ex-wife. But I want her to stop using my last name. That's for sure. She has taunted it. She dragged it through the mud and everything else. And everything else. She is not a Malillo. She is not a Malillo. She needs to go by her maiden name, which should be bitch. That's what her maiden name should be. You know, all those years she lied to me. She lied in front of God. When she took her vows, she lied. She lied. I can't believe I lost my phone. But oh well, I got my original phone, flip phone. I had that turned on. You know, lost my phone. I don't know if I left it at the gas station when we stopped for gas or what. I lost my phone. Man, oh man. Conspiracies, a cold thing, man. They did it so good on me where that deputy contacted DMV, filed false documents on me. That's how a conspiracy goes. But you see, people are stupid. They rather jeopardize their job to destroy someone. That's the funny part about it. And this is why the FBI should be getting involved now, because they did it to a government building, which has cameras. You see, which has cameras. So I had to go through all of these loops and jupes and all of this so I don't lose my license. while his deputy filed false papers to the DMV. When I said, grab my glasses, I need my glasses because I had my contacts on when they pulled me over. The day that deputy strong-arm robbed me with his accomplice, my wife. Okay? All right? Yeah. May 7th, about 9:15, something like that. Strong-arm robbed me with the accomplice of my wife. That's cold. That's cold. But so he sends some kind of bogus paperwork. When he drives around, my wife tells him, okay, we're going to stop him from driving. So I go through all of this, go to my doctors, go to my eye doctors. Everything was faxed to them. My eye doctor's vision report was faxed on 5/22/2020. A licensed professional eye doctor. Then a licensed doctor's office. Now this comes from both of the medical offices. Faxed to the DMV's office on 6/1/2020. The paperwork. Now this is how. If you look at it, there's no mistake here, okay? Because it was faxed ahead of time, way ahead of time. So I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, we overlooked this, we did this, we did that. No. I don't want to hear that at all. You get on the phone with these people at the DMV and you're on the phone for hours just for somebody to pick up, and then they hang up on you. So then I stopped off at a DMV because I haven't heard nothing. Then I get this one letter, 2 letters, matter of fact. So I went straight to a DMV. Straight to a DMV. They're on the line with the main office in DMV out there in Minnesota. They stamped my paperwork that it was reloaded, it was refaxed. Both papers was refaxed, the date and the time, and the DMV sealed right on paperwork. Right on paperwork. Faxed it that day. Right on paperwork. Speaking of someone. So someone went there when it was faxed, went there and destroyed those papers, went into the system and removed all that information. So I'm going to still drive. Regardless, I'm going to still drive. Because I know, and I got proof that paperwork was sent to DMV. So the director out there of Minnesota DMV needs to be investigated by the feds because they get government funding and they need to be fired. Because what they did to let another employee to destroy a man's life, endanger his life for financial gain, hate, conspiracy, and broke every federal law. It's like y'all trying to say I'm dead. That's what y'all doing. Y'all trying to say I'm dead. To wipe somebody's information out of the system, that person needs to be behind bars. That person committed a federal offense. But nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. That's the cold part. But you see, I'm a fighter. I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm not taking it from going to be my ex-wife. Nothing no more. Let's go ahead and get this over with. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it from the deputy that strong-arm robbed me with his accomplice, my wife. I'm not taking it no more because y'all all jeopardize not only your jobs, because that's what y'all did. I'm not taking it no more. I'm not taking it no more because now y'all committed treason, conspiracy with another government agency that gets government funding. That's what y'all did. It's no about, oh, it was a mistake or anything like that. I got a stamp proof from the DMV's office when the stuff was refaxed. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. But that's not going to stop me from driving or nowhere. Because you come up on me and I know I'm right, I'm going to defend myself. And let's get one thing clear. Don't pull your guns out on me. Bring your PRs. That's all y'all need. That's all y'all cops need or sheriffs need. Bring your PRs only. Don't grab no guns or nothing. Because I'm going to use these right here to defend myself. But you cowards. Y'all don't know how to use these. I'm old school. This is what I use. Trash cans, can lids. I'm old school. I'm old school right here. Because you see, the federal government, the FBI, and all agencies out there should be investigating now that DMV out in Minnesota. Because this shows whoever done that got to have a password to delete somebody's information. They'll even see the person on camera. They'll even see the person on camera where they destroyed the facts from another DMV office. Those people will be on camera, the time, the date, their face, their password to delete someone's information from the DMV records. And who gave that authority? The only one that could give that authority is the director of the DMV of Minnesota. Or a supervisor. Yeah, from supervisor to the director of DMV Minnesota. So, and I'm pretty sure this has happened to a lot of people because I was reading a case where this guy had to get permission from the courts to sue DMV. And he sued DMV for about $5 million. Somewhere around there. You know, he had to get the court's permission, which you shouldn't have permission when you was violated, your life in danger by conspiracy, financial gain, false imprisonment, false arrest, false tickets. And the conspiracy keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up. But if I take matters into my own hands, then I'm wrong. Then everybody wants to hear what's wrong with him. What's wrong? Why is he killing all of these people? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? But why should I fall into that category when the law's on my side? What it says in the books. The law's on my side. The law's on my side. And not one person called me. I put my phone number out there. I don't care. Not one person called me and asked me, Mr. Malilla, what's going on? Did you really get robbed by a deputy? Yes. I got strong arm robbed by a deputy. Yes. My wife was his accomplice. Yes. I got strong arm robbed by a deputy. Yes. Well, this deputy put in his report, you're a jealous man. I'm not a jealous man. So let's get that cleared now. Never been jealous of nothing or no one. Never. Okay? If I was jealous, I wouldn't have let her talk me into having sex, a threesome with different people when it was in Minnesota. That would have never happened. Okay? But if she wants to go out there and get all of these different email addresses, different names, and put her ass out there, all of these nude pictures and everything, that's her problem. If she wants to be a slut, that's her problem, because that's all the woman is. When a woman put out there, they're in negligees, butt naked, they are sluts. And it's different from Playboy and Hustler. That's classy. That's classy. So there's a big difference when your own woman lies because she's dating someone, whether it's a cop, a deputy, or whatever, I don't care. But when a woman lies that much, that person is not only just dangerous, but dangerous to every other man, especially when she has HIV and she never told you. She is dangerous. I fear her, yes, because she tried to intentionally, knowingly, intentionally try to infect me with AIDS. But they say that's okay. So I'm not a jealous man, nothing. I have no money. She took everything. She took everything. She committed fraud at DMV with the help of DMV in the state of Minnesota, with the help of Barney's ex-wife, Sue. But this was all her doing. See, there's certain things you got to listen to find out if that individual really did it. And I listened to what Sue kept saying and writing. She bust herself. She bust herself. She bust herself. She bust herself. I haven't been contacting that woman. I haven't been contacting my ex. Don't want nothing to do with her. I want to see that bitch behind bars where she belongs. I am not public enemy number one. I don't know why y'all keep investigating me. I have committed no crimes, no theft, no robberies, no rapes, no murders. I haven't committed anything, so I don't know why y'all trying to put me as enemy number one, public enemy number one. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to try to build a case up on me. Why? Because I'm an African-American man? Why? Because I'm a man? I'm not going to be one of those statistics. I'm not. I'm going to fight this until I drop dead. I'm going to fight this until I drop dead. And every idiot, and I say that very strongly, every idiot that was behind all of this right here, you need to be in jail. You need to lose your job. That's what you need to do. Because when that deputy strong-arm robbed me with the help of his partner, my wife, he's done that before. He has done that before, and I bet you that there's a lot of complaints about that deputy for assaults and everything else. But yet I hear that he's in the martial arts. That's what I hear. Yeah, that's what I hear. He's in the martial arts. Yeah, I want to challenge that guy now. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hey, deputy, it's between me and you now. I'm calling you out. Hand combat. Hand combat. That's what I want. The one that strong-arm robbed me with my wife. Leave your guns. No knives. You can bring your PR, though. All right, you can bring your PR. Let's me and you go heads up. Man to man. Man to man. Come on, be a man. Don't be a punk. Man to man. My number's out there. You can call it. Man to man. Let's me and you go man to man when you strong-arm rob me. That's the deputy I want that strong-arm robbed me. I want you. Me and you. Just me and you. It ain't gonna break. You ain't breaking no laws or nothing, man. Just me and you. Come on. Me and you, man to man. Oh, I forgot you're not a man. You're a punk. I forgot about that. You're not a man. You're not a man at all. You strong-arm robbed me. You strong-arm robbed me. With your accomplice, my wife. And I got a right to challenge anybody out there to a fight. So let's get that clear, whether you're a cop, a deputy, whatever. Let's go heads up. Me and you. Okay? Because you're not a man, you're a punk. Try to impress my wife when you shouldn't have been doing that. You had a job to protect and to serve. That was your job. I'm a taxpayer. I pay your salary. You work for me. Okay? And you violated that. You commit conspiracy on me. False charges. False arrest. Kidnapped. Strong-arm robbery with a badge. That's what you did. Conspiracy. Intentionally. Everything you did was intentionally on me. With the help of my wife. So I'm just trying to figure out why the hell y'all not in jail. Because if this would have happened in another state, her ass would be behind bars. Her ass would be behind bars. And the same with Deputy Keith. See, you didn't know. Well, I think you did know. Because Apple Valley Police was calling y'all. And y'all refused to send a deputy down there to do the report. So you all had this planned out, you and my wife, and setting me up. You and my wife. And for you to go for the sorriest excuse, oh, by the way, did you spit in his face? Oh, no, I didn't spit in his face. You're a fucking idiot, too. You think somebody's going to admit of spitting in somebody's face? Oh, let me see. I bet she says, well, I know I have AIDS, so I'm not going to spit in my husband's face. She's a fucking liar like you are. She spit in my face. She broke my glasses. Got the blood from her on my shirt and me when she attacked me. I had to clean my mouth out with peroxide. I rinsed my mouth out with peroxide. I rinsed the rest of my face off of my neck where I was bleeding with alcohol. Took pictures of it. You put in that report what you want to put in that report. Everything she said was a fucking lie. Everything she said was a lie. And by the way, this is marked not for kids. Freedom of speech, freedom of the press. Everything she said was a lie. Got idiots out there feeling sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for her. I didn't tell her to go out there, be a hoe in Minnesota. I didn't tell her to run drugs from Minnesota, a place called Wisconsin. I didn't beat the shit out of her. Her exes did, not me. Her exes did. She needs to go after the ones that gave her AIDS. And I'm tired of people feeling sorry for these people, man. It pisses me off. It pisses me off. I didn't put the drugs in your hands to use. I didn't put the booze in your hand to use. I didn't put you out on the street to be a prostitute. You chose that life. You chose that life. So you already know how to lie. You already know how to steal. You already know how to deceive. You know this. And the old saying is right. You cannot make a hoe into a housewife. And I tried. I tried. I tried. I tried. Telling people, oh, I don't want him to get the car. Take my name off of a title when it's financed. How the hell can you do that when I never signed no papers? But DMV help. The DMV in Minnesota helped in Faribault, because that's where all of the paperwork tracks from, Faribault, Minnesota. The DMV in Faribault, Minnesota helped commit title fraud. They need to be shut down, and everybody there needs to lose their jobs. Because they brought that on themselves. The paper trail goes to Faribault, DMV. From Faribault, DMV to the main DMV in Minnesota. That's what we found out. And we got everything on how she did it and everything. And she did everything against the law. She lied to the finance company. She lied to DMV. That's perjury. That's fraud. Financial gain. Intentionally. It's a shame. Then you got an idiot, my buddy's ex-wife, put all this shit in her head because she's that vulnerable and that's stupid. But I used to feel sorry for her every time she tried to kill herself. And then all of a sudden she snaps out of it. Like nothing happened. I remember a couple people used to say, you know what? Your wife needs to be on medicine. And I said, have you ever been on shrink medicine? Have you ever seen a shrink? Yeah, but I know what to tell them. I know how to get out of 151. I tell them what they want to hear. Then when she told me she used to be on medicine, she don't need it. Wow. Wow. I never knew something was wrong with my marriage. I never knew that. And all of that bullshit about twisting it on a man because he doesn't want to admit his mistakes. No, my mistake was when she got sick out there in Minnesota, that's when I should have just left her fucking ass in the hospital to die because she never told me she had HIV, stage 3 AIDS. That's when I should have left her to die. Right then and there. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. That there was my mistake. That right there. She lied to me for all of them years, telling me she's originally from California and everything. That was my mistake. And not listening to other people, which I should have did, which I don't do. You know, I don't do. You know, but that was my mistake. The day that doctor told me she had HIV, she had AIDS, I should have walked out of that emergency room and left her ass right there to die. That's what I should have done. That was my biggest mistake. My only mistake. And you see, I still don't have no nails. See, still don't got no nails. That was my mistake right there. You know, but I was in love. I met a woman I've been waiting for all my life, married her, was madly in love with my wife. I would have done anything for her, and she knows that. And I did. I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody argues. We argued a lot. I used to, when she told me, will I take things out on her when other people get me pissed off, I yell at her about it and stuff. And she was right. I did that. I did that. And guess what? Well, she'll say different, but I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that because when people got me pissed off, I let them know, if you get me upset and pissed off, I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm going to come after you, you know. Then she throws in my face in November, the end of November, I want to go drinking with Sue and all of this and all of that. I want to go out. I've been asking to go out for the longest. Let's go out dancing. Let's go somewhere, dinner and movie. But you always tell me you're tired. So now I'm hearing that she's out. I don't care. Listen, people, I don't care who she's with, who she's pregnant by. I don't care. Because you see, there's a pattern here. The same thing she did to me, she did to other people that she used to see. So it's constantly, there's a pattern here. There's a pattern. But there's also a pattern of her getting her ass whipped by guys. I'm the first man that she's ever been with, like she told me, that never hit her. Because she asked me several times, why you don't hit me? Her baby, because I'm a man. I'm a real man. I don't hit women. I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm there to love you. I'm there to help you. I'm there to protect you. I'm a man. I'm there to treat you like a lady, like a woman, like a princess, like a queen. Put you up on this big pedestal. You know, that's what I done for her. You see. Then she got mad all the time. When she got home from work, she's always cut up, bruised up. I had to clean her up, help her fix herself up, you know. And one thing I hate is when she brags. Oh, God. But when she drinks, that's when everything comes out. But one thing I hate is when she brags, because when she first started working for AutoZone in 2008, around November or December, 2018, around November or December, Ted used to work at the AutoZone in Faribault, and she didn't like him. So she got Ted fired. And by talking to someone that I said, well, I'm going to send her your resume, which he is no good, because my investigator finds out about Johan is that he gives special privileges to women, which is against the law on a job. Okay. And to be honest, how can a person be a manager of an auto place when they don't know a damn thing about auto parts? You come from being a cook or washing floors, and you a manager at AutoZone and don't know a damn thing about parts. Then you get mad at a customer you don't like because they like telling you what part they need. I mean, it's amazing. You know, it's amazing. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. But yet, every woman, well, not woman, girl, that Johan brought into AutoZone in Faribault was from there was either a manager, used to be a manager, they quit their job, which is bull, they got fired, at a restaurant or Burger King or McDonald's or Jack in the Box, where they don't got Jack in the Boxes in Minnesota. Okay? Now they're a manager at AutoZone. And you get trained for 3 weeks, and you're a manager when people been there for so many years to get up in that category, but he doesn't like them because they ain't got no breasts. Wow. If that's not discrimination against a man, I don't know what is. No, that's really being a bigamist, a hypocrite. Yeah. Yeah. Like the same girl my wife trained. She's telling everybody, yeah, if I go in AutoZone, she's going to call the police on me. That ain't none of your damn business what's going on with me and my wife. You're not my wife's friend. That's none of your damn business. I've been going to AutoZone way before I even met my wife. That's none of your damn business what's going on in our marriage. But again, everybody putting their nose into my business, and it hurts. It hurts. Because I don't know these fucking people. Oh, damn it, I forgot. She white, so she get away with that. I forgot. In Minnesota, she white. She get away with that. You know? I forgot. She white and she a woman. You know? I forgot about that. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Because Minnesota claim women are right and men are wrong. Us men need to start standing up against this bullshit. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. And you see, Allah, for you, some of you idiots, that means God. God knows the truth. God knows the truth. How can you, well, you can lie in front of God because it's just a word, you know. You can lie in front of a God. But she's never asked me for a divorce. I asked for the divorce after she got sick and everything. I asked for the divorce. Intelligent person would see right through all of this shit, through her text messages while she tried to set me up from her new phone text messages. A person would see all of this stuff, all of this. It'll be straight down the line. And then it should be, your ass needs to be charged and in jail. That's what they should be saying to my wife. And I hope those words come soon for her ass. Because I've broken no laws. I don't understand why they're trying to make me public enemy number one. I don't get it. You investigated me. You can't find nothing on me. I don't drink, don't mess with drugs, don't fuck with people that do. I didn't put my wife out there to be a prostitute. That's that woman's choice. Well, that's that person's choice to be a hoe. You know, I didn't do it. I protected my wife. I tried to help my wife. And you can say, oh, this is not help. I don't care no more about her. Let's get that clear now. She destroyed my life. She robbed me. She stole me. She's a dangerous woman. Any woman that lies the way she lied is dangerous. Because all it takes is a lie to destroy a man. That's all it takes is a lie. And half of the people in the state of Minnesota are that stupid, don't have a common sense or a mind of their own to see this lie. To see the conspiracy. So with DMV, don't come up and tell the person they got to have this person to sign a title because you didn't do it to my wife. You let my wife commit fraud, identity theft. Oh, man, I read a lot about the charges that she's supposed to have been charged with. So don't tell no person at DMV when a person comes up there to get a title on somebody, they don't have the right to do that because they should have that right. You let my wife get away with it, they should get away with it. They should get away with it. You let my wife commit DMV fraud, identity theft, on financial gain and everything else on a car of ours by removing my name and registered it with different license plates? No. And for the last time, there was no abuse. I've been the one that was assaulted. I was the one that was abused by her. She tried to kill me. She tried to kill me. And let's say something do happen to her. The husbands, ex-husbands are always the first to look at. But understand, if something ever did happen to her, she come up dead or whatever, and y'all come to me, I'm gonna be like, wow, somebody finally put a bullet in her ass or something. Somebody finally killed that stupid bitch. That's what I would say. Because that's how much hate that she made me feel now. And anger. Because she's a dangerous person. She put that in me. Nobody put that in me but her. But her. She put that in me. Anytime a woman can bold-faced lie on a man because they cheating to get out of a marriage is the coldest thing the courts could let happen. The coldest thing. The coldest. The coldest. That's the coldest thing. The coldest. I'm terrified of her. Because she could take my life any fucking time, and that's wrong for a woman to have that much fucking power. That is totally wrong. No one should be able to get away with lying on a police report, which is called a false report, and put their signature down. But you see, that's just it out there in the state of Minnesota. They go for that shit. That's why I'm glad here in California, they don't play that. Because you see, when they would have saw my marks and everything in the police report, they said, wait a minute, no. You're going to jail. You assaulted this man. He got scratches on his neck. You going to jail. You going to jail for spitting at this man. That's why she didn't want to move back to California. Because she's originally from Minnesota, so she knows how to play the game. She knows the game. She was a hoe. In St. Paul, she was a hoe. She was a nasty, disgusting hoe in the state of Minnesota. And with a background like that, I wouldn't believe a fucking thing that came out of her mouth. Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing. Not a damn thing that came out of her mouth I would have believed. Nothing. She's dangerous. She really is.